folks, this is Iratron. Hope you're doing great. Thank you very much for tuning in as we are going through and reviewing the latest and greatest video game news. Guys, this is November the 1st, 2015. Hope you're doing great. And before we jump into reviewing all the news and all that good stuff, I want to say thank you to a few YouTube subscribers who helped me out big time today. You guys know who you are. Dog, Kerr, you guys are awesome. Doggy, I appreciate you big time. What we were doing, we were setting up the YouTube stream, and we were having some technical issues, and so those guys, they were able to assist me with troubleshooting them, and we were able to get everything working, so that's very, very cool. And with that being said, I'd like to talk about an upcoming live stream event. What I'd like for you to do is post down below. Let us know what games you'd like to see us play, and we'll conduct a live streaming event where we have the chat and all that good stuff. You guys can see us play, we'll talk, I'll answer your questions and whatnot, and we're going to make this into a regular thing, so it should be a lot of fun. Anyways, let's go ahead and jump into the latest and greatest news. Of course, everyone is aware of Fallout 4 coming out, and I think it's about 8 days now. It's very interesting that we've had a few of the folks who have got their hands on the review copies leaking screens, and I tell you what, it looks amazing. Now, I am just head over heels in love with Metal Gear Solid 5, so I am not going to buy this game when it first comes out. How about yourselves? I'd like to hear about that, and let's say if you are playing Metal Gear, are you going to give up hope? Are you going to give up playing that game, and then jump straight into Fallout 4 and never look back? Yeah, I, for one, I might look into Fallout 4 at some point, but you know, I have about 48 hours, 42 hours, something like that, into Metal Gear, and I'm only 27% complete. That is amazing. But anyways, I'm not going to give up that many hours invested into a game just to turn around and start playing Fallout 4. Anyways, you know, speaking of Fallout, look at the visuals of this game. You know, a lot of people were really upset when they first announced it. They said it looked kind of bland and whatnot. I think it looks pretty amazing. Yeah, can't wait to see what the frame rate's going to be like on the PC. Hopefully we're not looking at 30. Hopefully we're looking at more. Also, Resident Evil 3 Nemesis is coming out to the consoles. I wonder if this is going to be the remake. I'm sure it will be, kind of like what they did with the first Resident Evil. I played Nemesis, actually, years ago on the PlayStation, and I had a pretty good time playing through that game, although it has been quite a while since I've played it. I can vaguely remember the storyline. Out of all of the Resident Evil games, you know, the one that I would like to play again is actually the one that came out for the Dreamcast. Yeah, no, that was pretty fun. Alright, so let's see. We'll go ahead and scope this out. Talking about Ratchet and Clank on the PS4. Game definitely looks beautiful. No, there's no argument there. And it looks as though this game is coming out in spring of 2016. Alright, let's see. Looks like some folks have been playing through The Thing, the PlayStation 2 game, which I do not understand. The one element that I will say is that The Thing, the movie, the 1982 movie, was freaking awesome. With Kurt Russell, the music was done by John Carpenter, if I'm not mistaken, and it's pretty intense. Guys, with Halloween just behind us, a few folks have been going through and looking at some of the like the goriest games available for the Android platform, and as you guys know, we play a lot of Android games. We have yet to play Dead Space, though. But going through the list here, looks like we have Surgeon Simulator, as well as Postal. I never did play Postal. I know it came out for the PC a long time ago, but it was never really my thing. As far as Surgeon Simulator, I looks like it would be fun, but the controls, man. Oh my gosh, the controls. Carmageddon, I used to play that on the computer back in the day when we had like the 245 megahertz or something, 250 megahertz CPUs with like 5 megabytes of RAM. So this game has been around for a long time. Dead Trigger, we've actually played through that game. We have several videos online via this channel where we're playing through that. It's not too bad. Dead Space, gosh, that's one game that we might have to look into playing. Post down below. Let us know your thoughts on that. I'd love to hear about it. Okay, moving on. Let's see. Nothing too crazy going on here. Yeah, have you guys been following the reviews of Halo 5? Wow. We listened to the IGN Xbox Unlocked podcast the other day, and they were talking about Halo 5 and its convoluted story, and it was pretty horrific. It sounded pretty awful. Like, the multiplayer, everyone knows what to expect. It's going to be pretty straightforward. It's going to be a lot of fun, and there was really no complaints about it. In fact, some people were saying that the multiplayer is as good, if not better than, that of Halo 2. So, yeah, that should be fun. But the single-player campaign, the story, man, not so hot. A lot of complaints. And in fact, they were saying it's probably the worst story of the Halo series, and that everything just kind of falls flat. So, if you've been playing it, I would love to hear your thoughts on it, because I don't understand how it is. And a lot of times people's expectations are just off the charts, and, you know, it's hard to live up to expectations sometimes. So post down below and let us know your thoughts. Looks like Batman Arkham Knight was re-released on the PC just the other day, and guess what? It doesn't work. Still, it doesn't work. So WB is issuing refunds for the game. If you bought the DLC, the Season Pass and whatnot, you can also receive a full refund. That's very interesting. Apparently, Valve is having issues via Steam with issuing refunds as well. So, yes, very interesting indeed. I did not pick it up for the PC. How about you guys? Now, what's pictured here is Super Mega Baseball, due for the PlayStation. Yeah, it's an update. This game actually looks kind of neat. I kind of like the looks of that. I haven't played it, though. Post down below. And let me know your thoughts if you have. But apparently there's an update that everyone's been waiting for. And 2 months later, it still has yet to drop. Now, we're showing here Android 6.0. Now, on our tablet, our NVIDIA Shield tablet, we're running Lollipop version .5.1.1. And I guess with the latest version, you have Wi-Fi calling, which is very weird because we have programs like Project Fi through Google, where you can buy the phone outright from them or finance it for like $1,000 a month, which is crazy. But yeah, you fall back to Wi-Fi calling when you're at home. But when you're out and about, then you'll tap into cellular towers. So that brings the cost down. I wonder how that works for programs like AT&T, Verizon, T-Mobile. I don't know. I have to wait and see. Yeah. See if there's anything else that stands out for us gamers. What we'll do is we'll kind of go through the highlights here, and then we'll tackle individual console-specific news, hopefully. So we're looking at Grand Theft Auto 5 for the PC, which happens to be a modder's dream. If you have yet to look online at the modding scene for this game, it's unreal. Just like it was with 4, looks like some modders have enabled the ability to shoot weapons out of enemies' hands and whatnot. And man, that is so cool. That is just very, very cool. Yeah, seeing old Super Metroid in the top left-hand corner, boy, does that bring back memories. As you guys know, I love the 16-bit games. Big time. Alright, let's hit up Android news and see what's going on. Yeah. Oh yeah, come on. We want news, people. You know, it's funny, even though we've selected news for Android specifically, looks like we're still being provided news from just about everything. Let's see what else is up. Microsoft, let's see what's going on. So, Rise of the Tomb Raider, guess a new trailer has launched for that game. It looks pretty good. No complaints there. I know that Tomb Raider, the definitive edition, was released for the Xbox right around the time of its launch, and that's a pretty solid title. I actually picked it up for like $9, and then a month later, it became free on Xbox Live Gold. Oh well, it's still worth $9, so no problem there. Now, talking about Apple, have you guys been keeping up with the Apple TV? Man, that actually looks pretty awesome. Pretty awesome indeed. And you have the ability of side-loading applications, which makes me really happy. Now, when I see a company coming out like Google, talking about how they are remaining committed to Chrome, or if a company comes out and says that they are committed to something, that makes me fearful. I mean, big time. That there's a possibility that it could go the way of the dodo bird. You know what I mean? Looking at the November PlayStation Plus freebies, we actually have some pretty awesome titles coming out, guys. I'm looking forward to The Walking Dead. That's going to be great. That's Season 2, if I'm not mistaken, for the PlayStation 4. I'm really excited about it. If you have the PlayStation 3, you can tap into Beyond Good and Evil, which is very, very good. Magicka 2, which is not one that I'm familiar with, but it does kind of look... I've seen video of it. I haven't played it. It looks like Diablo 2 in a way. On a more, I don't know, jovial, jokingly kind of way. Mass Effect 2 is also becoming available for the PlayStation 3. That's amazing. Microsoft, I think it actually mentions here, but I saw that they're hooking players up with Dirt 3 on the 360. And for the Xbox One, some game I've never heard of. And to be honest with you, I'm not really too excited about it. So, it looks as though Microsoft is counting on 360 fans to hit up the Xbox One. I don't know if that's going to happen or not. Have to wait and see. And it looks like if you're looking for DLC, like the weapon, the Nuka-Cola Quantum, looks like you have to buy it through Target, which is kind of crazy. All these like retailer-specific DLCs is kind of crazy to me. If you are a fan of Tribes, looks like you can download the entire collection for free. Yeah, that is definitely not my thing. I've never really cared for Tribes, but I did play it back in the day, actually when I was in high school, and even then I really didn't like it. Let's see what we have to say about probably my favorite game of all time, Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain. Ships more than 5 million units in the first month. Not surprised. It is awesome. Yep, Nintendo came out and announced their first mobile game. Looks like it has something to take that deals with the Miiverse. I don't really know, and I don't really care. It doesn't look like something I'd really want to invest my time into. However, I will give it a shot when the game is released, and I believe that's coming out in March of 2016. Yeah, check this out. The Xbox One chat pad. That's pretty interesting. I had the chat pad for the Xbox 360, and man, my brother and my buddy Chris and everybody would give me such a hard time for using that thing, because man, of the weight that it added to the controller and everything. And you know, I always told them that, oh man, I need the weight so it feels like I'm holding a real weapon. You know what I mean? Anyways, pretty funny. Windows 10 is automatically downloading to Windows 7 and Windows 8 PCs with or without your consent. That's a bunch of crap, isn't it? What a bunch of crap. Alright, so I believe that's about the latest and greatest in the news today. Nothing really crazy going on. If this is a series that you would like to see us continue with, post down below, slap the like button, and if you haven't already done so, hit subscribe. And make certain to stay tuned for our live stream coming up. And thanks again, you guys, for helping me out today. You have a wonderful day. We'll talk to you soon. Hoorah!
Rock like this, rock like that. Go ahead and get your grown man on. Drop it like this, drop it like that. Go ahead and get your grown woman on. Give me a bag of good and a bunch of tricks, cause everyone too tough to be rocking like this. So come on, shake the load up, come on. Shake loose, shake stress. I got a busy yet, and I can't miss my chance. Cause shorty looking too good with the way she dance. So come on, shake the load up, come on. Shake loose, shake stress.